नमस्कार दोस्तों, आपके अपने न्यूज चैनल एसजी न्यूज भारत में एक बार फिर आप सभी का स्वागत है। हम जनपद गोरखपुर के कटियाड होटल में खड़े हैं। यहाँ पर एक डॉक्टर सम्मान समारोह है जिसके तहत चिकित्सकों को सम्मानित किया जाएगा, जो मेरियन फाउंडेशन और सेंट पॉल स्कूल द्वारा आयोजित है। क्या रहेगा पूरा कार्यक्रम, कैसे कार्यक्रम होगा संपन्न, पूरे बात आपको दिखाएंगे। बने रहे हमारे
and I'm going to emphasize on what Dr. Grover sir for your basic, for the basis of the civil. And for all that, for all of you here, I had once the privilege of meeting him in office, and I heard him counsel a young man who was struggling with a love marriage that he had gone through, and he was struggling with the villages protesting against the marriage. I heard him counsel. I did not hear the police in him, but I heard the humane in him. So, Dr. Grover, to you, how's your policing style different? Did it make a difference because you did doctor's degree?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this wonderful place. For again making me feel that I'm first a doctor and then a police officer. And being amongst all these stalwarts, all the very seniors, it certainly makes me feel at home. Even though I'm working as a police officer in Gorakhpur, but first and foremost, I will always be your junior at any point of time. Certainly, when we talk about policing and medicine, rather I found a very strange kind of a similarity between both the jobs. I would say doctors are the best suited to be police officers for many reasons. The most important thing that medicine or medical field taught me was to actually listen to people. When the patients come to a doctor, he is coming with two things. First is his physical issues. He might be having some pain, he might be having a lump, or whatever problem he is having with his body, that is always connected to his mental issues. Any small disease that a person has certainly disturbs his mind. So he is coming to a doctor for two things. First is the treatment of the disease, and secondly, some kind of mental peace that he can have, that he will be fine in the future. So you would have seen different doctors, they write the same prescriptions, but still have different type of effects on their patients. And that is only because of that human aspect. Once you have that habit of listening to people, understanding their problem, and assuring them whatever happens, you will be fine in the future. It is the same thing that we follow in police. People come to us with a lot of problems. They must be victims to crime. They must be having some matrimonial disputes. They might have some land disputes, or somebody might be grabbing their land, trying to bully them. Again, they have a physical problem and a mental problem. They have a land problem or a crime problem associated with their mental health. They are disturbed. So certainly, the job at my hand is to solve their problem and to make them feel, don't worry, I am here, we are here, things will be good in future. So that is the similarity in medicine and police.
So I think the best part then is Gurukul is really lucky because our mayor is a doctor, or in addition to that, the police is a doctor, our SSP is a doctor. So all of you here, I think, let's clap for that you have absolutely humane people, and we're so lucky that two of you are here, and the ADG just left us. Thank you very much for that. So now the question is कि जो पुलिस वाला पर्चा होता तो आप रोज लिखते होंगे, but आपने डॉक्टर वाला पर्चा लास्ट कब लिया? I mean, you still practice it?
Well, my only expectation from medical field is कि यार घर में कोई बीमार पड़े तो मेरी लिखी हुई दवाई बस ले ले. That is my only expectation. मेरे घर वाले ही मेरे पे विश्वास नहीं करें. And another thing I will try to just link again with medical field and policing. When I used to be a medical student, there was a very simple system that used to be followed, and it is followed in most of the hospitals, most of the tertiary or even clinics. Whenever a person arrives in a hospital, there is a registration, a small registration slip, which is actually for the record keeping. that such and such person arrived in the hospital on such and such date. He was diagnosed with this problem, he or she was diagnosed with this problem, and this medication was given. Again, he is being called on the next day after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks. Exactly the same thing I introduced in my policing also. Earlier, there used to be a problem. I started when I was SP Rural in Lucknow. The problem that came forward was a person coming to a police officer. He might come twice or thrice. Every time he used to come and say, "Sir, मैं 2 बार पहले आ चुका हूँ." And every time I often used to struggle. What was his complaint? What was the action taken on it? And when is he supposed to come the next time? So again, that same system of registration in a hospital was introduced to the police office in Lucknow, then in Bahrain, then in Mathura, and now and that has been enhanced. Like earlier, it was a handwritten registration slip. Now it's a computerized slip with a photograph of the person who is coming. We have stopped having any kind of impersonations, and nobody can go and claim that I went and met the officer. Nothing was done. I have the record to show that whether he or she came or not. So again, that system is again copied from the medical field to the.
So I think you should trademark.
An expert laparoscopic surgeon from Gorakhpur. As director of Supple IVF Center, Dr. Karim pioneered in the region's first testing center and specializes in laparoscopic surgery and infertility. Interestingly, Dr. Wajahat Karim, her husband, produced Dr. Govitrikar's first Bollywood movie, Soch. Tonight, they will share their unique experiences and perspectives on balancing the contrasting worlds of drama and medicine. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Aditi Govitrikar and Dr. Sarita Karim to the stage.
So, going on ahead with the program, as you know, on the eve of the World Humanitarian Day, tomorrow we are going to celebrate the World Humanitarian Day, and it's my privilege to be speaking with a woman who dons many hats and has been a humanitarian to the core. Throughout the various roles that she has played in her life and society, as a physician, as a supermodel, as an actor par excellence, as a mother, she was the first Mrs. World of India, and I had the proud privilege to go and receive her after she received the crown. And now she is better known as a wellness expert, counselor, and as a renowned psychologist. So here's Mrs. Aditi Govitrikar, Dr. Mrs. Aditi Govitrikar with me after 20 years, and it's really feeling of deja vu because she was a very young doctor when we first met her for casting for our film Soch. So it's been a long journey, Aditi. How are you doing? Welcome to Gorakhpur.
First of all, thank you so much for the warm welcome, and thank you Gorakhpur for this warm welcome. Chandra family, indebted to you for my first visit, and heartiest congratulations to Marin Foundation for creating this beautiful property of honoring doctors. Because as you are aware, I don't need to say too much, but it really hurts to see a doctor being hurt. So we do need platforms like these where we honor them and truly pay our respects, because at the end of the day, I know what goes on in a doctor's life day in and day out. So hats off to everybody, whoever's here, whoever are doctors and others who are applauding for them. Dr. Karim, thank you. Thank you once again. My first film ever for Bollywood was with them. And a little something that took not
13-14 साल पहले इसकी स्थापना हुई थी, जब मेरी मदर को वोकल कॉर्ड कैंसर हुआ था और इसकी सर्जरी डॉक्टर राजेश यादव ने यहाँ पर किया था। उस जर्नी में कैंसर से निकलने में जितनी भी उनकी 1-1.5 साल की जो उनकी जर्नी रही, उसमें उनको ऐसा एहसास हुआ कि मरीजों के लिए और उनकी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए और ख़ास तौर से अवेयरनेस बढ़ाने के लिए कुछ करना चाहिए, और इसी से मेरियन फाउंडेशन की स्थापना हुई। मगर इतने सालों में वो काम होता रहा, उसमें 2 और नए काम जुड़े। हम लोग हर साल टीचर प्राइज़ अवार्ड करते हैं और ये उसका तीसरा साल होगा। उसमें एक नया चैप्टर हेल्थ का हम लोगों ने इस साल जोड़ा। इसका जोड़ने का मेन पर्पस ये था कि हमारे यहाँ पर कई ऐसे दिग्गज हैं मेडिसिन में, जिनको कि 92, 94, 82 साल के हो चुके हैं, जिनको हम शहर की तरह एकजुट होकर कभी भी हम लोगों ने शायद मान सम्मान उनको नहीं दिया। तो इसलिए हम लोगों ने शहरवासियों से, व्यवसायियों से, स्कूलों से, कई इंस्टीट्यूशनों से बात किया कि आइए हम एक साथ होकर मेरियन फाउंडेशन में उस एक सपने को पूरा करें कि जिन लोगों ने, जिन्होंने हमारे आज तीसरी पीढ़ी इनकी है यहाँ पर, जिन्होंने इस्टेब्लिश किया एक दवाखाना, अहमद नर्सिंग होम जिसको कि 45 साल हो गए, एक दवाखाना जिसको कि 46 ईयर्स हो गए, एक लेडी डॉक्टर जिनको कि 91 ईयर्स उनको हो गए। ऐसे लोगों को हम लोग इस्टेब्लिश करके करें। तो इसके 3 कैटेगरी थे, आउटस्टैंडिंग, लेगेसी और पायनियर, और चौथा उसमें डॉक्टर प्रवीण चंद्रा जो कि पद्मश्री हैं, बहुत फेमस इंटरवेंशन कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट हैं मेदांता में। उनके फादर भी यहाँ पर एक बड़े प्रख्यात फिजिशियन थे, तो उनके साथ हम लोग ने बात करी और उनके फादर के नाम पे डेडिकेट किया लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड। तो उस अवार्ड का नाम है डॉक्टर यूसी वर्मा मेरियन सीनियर हेल्थ अवार्ड, और वो हम लोगों ने डॉक्टर NM सेठ को दिया, जो कि आज 95 ईयर्स के हैं और 93 तक वो पेशेंट्स देख लेते हैं। तो इस तरीके की इन 4 कैटेगरी में हमने हर डिपार्टमेंट में, डर्मेटोलॉजी में, ऑर्थोपेडिक्स में, इंस्टीट्यूशन में, पीडियाट्रिशियन में, गायनिकोलॉजी में, इन सब लोगों को आज यहाँ पर बुला के इकट्ठे किया। अब ये करीबन 16 लोगों को हम लोगों ने किया, जिसमें से कि 4 ऐसे लोग तो आज हमारे साथ नहीं थे, तो अगर देखा जाए तो 20 लोग थे। ये इस साल हुआ है 18 तारीख को, कल 19 तारीख है, वर्ल्ड ह्यूमैनिटेरियन डे है। ह्यूमैनिटेरियन डे में डॉक्टरों का सबसे काफ़ी बड़ा योगदान होता है, इसलिए हमने 18 को किया है। और आने वाले सालों में हर साल जून में नेशनल डॉक्टर्स डे के दिन ये आयोजित होगा। ये इस साल केवल सीनियर अवार्ड है, आने वाले सालों में अगले साल से इसका मेडिकल अवार्ड भी होगा, बेस्ट हॉस्पिटल अवार्ड्स भी होंगे, जिसके कि जूरी और पैनल बाहर से होगा। ये
कैसा महसूस कर रहे हैं इस तरह का प्रोग्राम?
मेरे लिए एक लड़का जिसने कि अपनी माँ को कैंसर में देखा है, और उनकी एक विजन, और मेरे माता जी पिताजी की एक विजन कि एक ऐसा फाउंडेशन आयोजित हो जिसमें ऐसा करें, मेरे लिए एक बेटे के लिए तो बहुत गर्व की बात है, बट शहरवासी की तरह अगर देखा जाए उसके लिए भी मैं बहुत गर्वान्वित महसूस करता हूँ कि आज पूरा हॉल में वो सारे सीनियर लोग शायद पहली बार इकट्ठा हुए, और डॉक्टर गौरदास चौधरी, डॉक्टर अदिति गोवित्रकर जो कि बड़े सुप्रसिद्ध एक्ट्रेस हैं, मेंटल वेलबींग पर काम करती हैं, वो सारे लोग आज इकट्ठे हो सकते हैं। मेरा नाम अमरीश चंद्रा है और मैं मेरियन फाउंडेशन का चीफ ट्रस्टी हूँ।